Good day, guys. Today we're going to cover the question: how do you stay connected to your customers during the COVID-19 pandemic? So this is Shane Biegnaar, founder and entrepreneur of the Bizniz Media, and what we do is we help small and medium enterprise businesses with their launch, growth, and scale phase using digital and social media advertising. So today's question is we're going to touch on the subject of how COVID-19 has globally affected businesses. Doesn't matter if you are big or small business, but everybody has been affected to some degree and some extent in terms of the global pandemic. I think it's been going around the world globally for the past 4 months. We started out in China, but now it has trickled down, right to our own doorstep. I think we are now feeling the pinch as well as the pressures that businesses has been facing around the world, with the global pandemic. But it's times like this where businesses need to adapt and innovate, as well as staying relevant with their customer during this point in time. So today I just want to cover a few points and suggestions of how we are, as a business, are staying relevant, staying top of mind, as well as continue to communicate with our customers, as well as suppliers and our vendors. So firstly, I want to start with, I think that it's very important to understand where your customer is spending their time right now. A lot of people have time on their hands. A lot of people are obviously and during lockdown at home, and they were finding themselves spending more and more time on the internet, whether it is on news platforms, whether it's on blogging websites, as well as consuming content via social media. I think there was a global report sent out not too long ago, just as the pandemic has started reaching the global market, of how they have seen increases in consumers using social media platforms. One to mention is the big increase of YouTube videos consumption around the world, as well as more and more people joining the TikTok and daily challenges that is posted, across that platform. And how does brands and businesses tap into those markets in order to stay relevant? I think there've also been a increase of the amount of time people spend on Facebook as well as Instagram, and that is to be able to connect with family and friends, around the world. And I think just to touch onto the next point is that to understand where your customers spending that time and how can you actually produce content, whether that is in the form of video, audio, as well as social media posts, to stay relevant and stay connected to your customers, during this time. I think the next point I would like to cover on is that that you use this time to actually build relationship with customers, whether that is old customers, whether that is pending new customers, as well as that is existing customers as well. They always say that it's always harder or difficult to get new and acquire new customers, but it's very important to be cognizant of your existing customers. So how do you stay in touch with them? So how are you using social media platform at the time that the customers are spending online to actually address their current problems that they are facing? A lot of people are at home. A lot of people have time on their hand, and people are looking for forms of entertainment through content. So how is your business using these platforms to actually address customers' problems during this time? I don't think it's a time that businesses should be involved in hard selling, and I don't feel businesses are going to be able to place orders or make sales during this point in time. I'm just specifically talking about the non-essential market. But how do you use this time to build brand relevance and to stay top of mind, for your customer? I think the next point we want to touch on is that how do you use this time to actually increase and build your social media fan and followers? I've been noticing a lot of brands doing online competitions where they allow customers to enter a competition to win further vouchers, to win hampers, as well as things that people need right now, whether it's airtime, whether it's data, and just to stay relevant based on that. And those campaigns have worked quite well, as that it's been shared highly across Facebook as well as Twitter, and it also gets people engaging and speaking, to your brand during this time. They're also sharing this with their friends and family, and therefore amplifying your social media campaigns through those channels and avenues. I think the next thing is that we can also use this time to focus on your plans that you had for the past 6 or 12 months. So look at your analytics and see which platforms has been working well. Have you seen much more connections and engagements through Facebook and LinkedIn, or have you seen success in Instagram? I think jot down which of those content formats and which of those contents are actually been performing well as well. I think then you'd also look at what is your forward view in terms of your advertising and marketing strategy. How do you look at what is happening during this point in time, and how do you kind of innovate and adapt, to those new channels and to those new formats? A lot of artists and musicians have been doing live concerts and live streaming events across social media. So how do you get your brand and business to tap into those audiences and into those channels, of entertainment, but also to to remain relevant as your brand? And I think lastly is just to understand which changes are happening right now. I think people's and consumers' behavior has really changed. People are very uncertain about the future, but how does your brand bring in that peace of mind? And how does your brand also, communicate to those customers during this time? I think again is that let's use this time to add value to our customers. Let's use this time to actually entertain them, inform them during this time. But I think lastly is that let's just build a relationship with those customers, whether it's old customers or new customers, and just to stay relevant and stay connected. And I think that is all that we're going to cover today. And I think if you want to stay connected to us, you can follow me, Shane Biegnaar, on all major platforms. I'll leave the links below in the comment section, as well as on the slide to follow. So all I want to say is to everybody is that during this time, let's just keep focused. Let's just stay top of mind to our customers. And I think lastly, let's learn, grow, and work together. And that's all for me from me today. This is Shane Biegnaar, and thanks very much for your time, and stay tuned. I'll be releasing much more content and video during this time, and it's going to be focusing on your brand and your business and how we can connect you with customers. Keep well. Bye.